The governor is talking about challenging another Supreme Court ruling that allows all children to get a public education. Abbott says Texas school districts are overwhelmed by the number of undocumented immigrants, while others argue the idea is unconstitutional. Our Matt Doherty has more on what the governor wants to do and the reaction he is getting tonight. Matt?
40 years ago, the Supreme Court ruled that all children in the United States have a right to a public education, whether they were born here or brought here illegally. But Governor Abbott says times have changed and immigration has overwhelmed the state school system.
This is a real burden on communities. What can you do about that?
During an interview on the conservative radio program The Joe Pags Show, Governor Greg Abbott spoke about the impacts he claims border immigration is having on Texas's public schools.
It's not just Spanish that teachers have to deal with these kids on. It's multiple other languages. And so the challenges put on our public systems is extraordinary.
Many years ago, Texas law allowed school districts to deny enrollment to children brought into the country illegally. But in 1982, the Supreme Court ruled that was unconstitutional. We spoke with South Texas College of Law professor Charles Rhodes about that case, Plyler versus Doe.
And the argument of the school children in this case is that denying this ability to be able to obtain an education that you're providing for everybody else is a denial of equal protection.
I think we will resurrect that case and challenge this issue again because the expenses are extraordinary and the times are different than when Plyler versus Doe was issued many decades ago.
Professor Rhodes says if the case were to be resurrected by the Supreme Court, their decision could be influenced by factors facing Texas schools today. But the idea that any child in the U.S. would be denied an education doesn't sit well with a lot of people.
Unfortunately, the damage is going to start happening now. People are going to start fearing that, or people are going to get misinformation and they're going to start fearing that their children are not going to be able to go to school.
How likely is it that the court would overturn Plyler versus Doe? The recently leaked draft opinion could give an indication.
There's a pretty good chance that they would overrule it in light of the type of methodology that was used in that case versus the type of methodology that they're indicating that they want to use in future cases involving individual rights and liberties.
In Houston, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.